You know guys, there's one type of build that I've never done on the channel before. I've always wanted to, and a lot of you guys have been requesting as well for like years. A blacked out, zero RGB overkill system. And well, that's what we're doing today. Are you seriously watching my videos on a PC that doesn't have Windows activated? What are you doing? If so, head on over to Digital Chill Mart or click the link below to get your very own legit CD key for less than $13. Just make sure to use the code TS50 for 50% off, you guys. Upon purchase, you'll instantly receive an email with your activation code attached. Just copy and paste that code in your activation settings in Windows and you're good to go. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, these are all the parts that I'll be tossing inside this absolute unit of a case. This is okay. This is Be Quiet's new Dark Base Pro 900 or Dark Base 900 Pro. It is a full tower case that's also customizable, so it's fully modular. If you guys remember, I did a similar build inside the Silent Base case a couple months ago, which was all white. This is kind of like the same case, but it's on steroids, and I'll talk more about this obviously when we get to the case. But let's go ahead and go over the parts real quick, starting with the CPU. Like always, it is an overkill system, so we're going to be going with the best Ryzen processor, which is currently the Ryzen 9 5950X. This is a 16-core, 32-thread processor. It is going to be absolutely monster when it comes to workstation-related tasks, streaming, and of course, gaming. We are pairing that beautifully with this beautiful thick boy over here. I missed you so much. This is the Power Color Red Devil RX 6900 XT. Damn, I'm sweating just by saying that. If you guys remember, I actually used this card in the Lee & Lee 011 mini PC, but that build didn't work out because of reasons. So I didn't get a chance to test out the beautiful performance of this card. So yeah, we're gonna be tossing it in this build. Moving on over to the CPU cooler, we are going with the Dark Rock Pro 4, which is beefy enough to keep the 5950X cool, but also doesn't have any RGB lights, and it's gonna fit the all black theme perfectly. Plus it's from Be Quiet, so I thought why not stick to Be Quiet products. Moving on to the fatherboard, we got the MSI Meg X570 Ace X570. This is pretty much the only beefy board I have for the X570 platform. Plus it's Ryzen 3000 ready, and we got PCI Gen 4 support as well, which is perfect because we're gonna be using a PCI Gen 4 M.2 SSD. So we're gonna toss in 2 terabytes. Nothing too exciting. We actually have a new M.2 cooler from Be Quiet. I've actually never seen this before, so pretty excited to check this out. Moving on to RAM, we are just tossing in a measly 128 gigabyte kit from Crucial. We got 2 64 gigabyte kits running at 3600 megahertz. Obviously it does have some RGB, so I'm gonna turn off the lighting once everything is set up. We do have some extra fans just in case if we need for cooling, and yeah, I think that's, oh no, the power supply. This is the sexiest, most beefy power supply I have here at the office, the new Dark Power Pro 12. I don't think I need to say anything more. You guys will see what I'm talking about when I get to unbox this beast. But yeah, these are all the parts. Let's begin. Oh, the bracket is out. I must have used this board in a previous build. I can't remember which one. I'll post this somewhere on the screen once I figure it out, but this will actually save me some time because the bracket is removed. Guys, I don't know what I did with my mini tripod, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to do this entire build with one hand because I can't even set the damn camera down. It's been kind of quiet over here at the TechSource headquarters, you guys. It's been really difficult getting in new parts for new builds. So I've just been kind of recycling the stuff I have here at the office. I think the last time I got something in new was like 2 months ago or so, which is fine. Like, I'm not complaining, you know. I'd rather have the companies sell the parts to people who actually need it than send it over to YouTubers to do videos, you know, because at the end of the video it just goes on the shelves, kind of a waste. So yeah, rather people buy the parts and build their dream PCs. And I'm putting the CPU incorrectly. This is beautiful. I forgot how to install a CPU. That's fantastic. I should probably do the CPU cooler next because this is a big boy cooler. Want to make sure I don't run into any clearance issues. So a lot of you guys have been actually asking me about with this electric screwdriver that I've been using in my PC builds. I featured this in my Cool Tech video earlier this year. I'll drop a link to it below if you want to check it out. But it's such a cool little tool to have around when you're building PCs. It comes with this set of bits on one side and the other, which has a magnetic cover, which is really sweet. And it even comes with this magnetic work mat. So that way you guys don't lose your screws when you're working on your projects. Bruh. Okay, that didn't work because these aren't actually screws. Let me let me give you a better demonstration. All right, let's try this one more time. So I do have actual screws this time. Drop it on the mat. There you go. Pretty cool thing. I'll drop a link to the video, like I said, and this electric screwdriver if anyone wants to check it out. Oh, it's even got a flashlight. Did I tell you this? Check it out. Pretty cool. I can't believe I'm saying this, but ladies and gentlemen, I am actually gonna be doing the P-dot method for thermal paste for the first time in 10 years. Here we go. I am not gonna spread my paste this time. That is definitely a bit too much, but you know what? It'll be fine. All right, we can do the M.2 SSD next, and then we can check out Be Quiet's new cooler on there as well. Kind of matches the motherboard's accent colors, doesn't it? Oh, this looks cool. And it's all in black. That's gonna be perfect, actually. So yeah, you know, we'll go with this cooler. That is pretty cool. Oh, and then we have to screw this in place so it doesn't move around, obviously. So now that we have this sexy looking M.2 SSD heatsink, I don't have to actually cover it underneath one of their own covers. So we can even put this right over here out in the open. All right, M.2 SSD is officially in. I guess we can take this time and install the memory sticks. 128 gigs of happiness. Do we need this much memory in this build? Absolutely not. Do we want this much memory in our build? Absolutely. These are nice and low profile too, so it is not going to come in contact with the bottom of the CPU cooler. All right, so that is a super tight squeeze for the front fan. As you guys can see, it is literally just sitting right on the memory sticks, and I had no extra space underneath the bottom, so the fan is a little bit taller than the top of the cooler, which should be fine. I mean, there's not going to be any RGB lights inside the case, and it's not going to be lit up, so you can't really even see what's going on after the build is done. The most important thing here is that it's going to do its job and keep the CPU nice and cool while staying very silent in the process. Alright guys, so we're just about ready to slap this inside the case, which in my opinion is like the wet dream of enthusiasts PC enthusiasts out there. It just gives you so much flexibility to build the PC of your dreams, right? Like this is a fully modular case. Like I mentioned earlier, it gives you the option of completely flipping the motherboard over, so you can do like an inverted PC build if you want to keep your case on the left side of your desk. And you have so many options of installing however many hard drives you want. You can install up to 5 additional hard drives with the 2 included already underneath the power supply shroud near the back. The case even gives you an optical cage near the top. I honestly thought these things were extinct. Like, I don't know a single person on planet Earth that still uses optical drives, but you know, I guess if there are any boomers watching this video and you still use the AOL disk to connect to the internet, then you'll be pleased to find out that they give you 2 options or 2 slots to insert your optical drive in here. I know some other devices use the same size of an optical drive, so like fan controllers or custom LCD displays, you can hook that up on there, but I feel like that's useless because the front panel is always going to stay closed. But I guess having the option is nice. That's cool. I feel like the most useful thing on the front panel here is the fan controller near the top. You can just adjust this little, what is this thing called? Slider, and you can control the speed of your fan, because this case, believe it or not, comes with a fan hub in the back. You can plug up to 8 fans in this hub. 3 of the fans that came with the case already plugged in, as you can see here, which means you got room to plug in 5 additional fans. Plus, it even comes with a dedicated 12-volt 4-pin RGB header that plugs straight to the motherboard. And you even got 2 dedicated LED headers over here, 42 LED strips that came with the case. So I want to take this time and install these 2 complementary LED strips inside the case. So I'm going to put one on the top of the case, and I'm going to put the second one in the front, closer to the side panel. That way these strips kind of help illuminate the rest of the parts. All right, making some pretty good progress so far. I think we can go ahead and put in the thing that goes in here. God, I'm losing my mind. The power supply. Okay, yes. Yeah, I didn't forget about that. Here it is, the Dark Power Pro 12. Even the box is sexy. Like, honestly. The power supply is here. I think the cables are here. I do have custom cables that I'll be using with the build. I do want to give Be Quiet some props. Honestly, they make some of the best stock cables for their power supplies. Like, it comes with these braided cables, and they even give you some cable combs to kind of make it look nicer. But unfortunately, I just don't like the color combination on these. So I did order custom cables that I'll be using with this power supply, which I think, in my opinion, is going to look so much better inside the build. Plus, it's going to have some nice aluminum cable combs. But look at the power supply, guys. Oh man, this thing is so beautiful. Look at that. They got a giant Be Quiet fan in there. Nice brushed aluminum look. Yeah, I mean, it's a good looking power supply, but unfortunately, it's not going to be visible because of the power supply shroud, but who cares? So to install a power supply in this case is a little different compared to other cases, because as you guys can see, the backside is cut off. So there's no access to slide the power supply from the inside or even from the outside. So what I'm gonna have to do is remove these brackets over here from the side. And there's a power supply bracket. As you guys can see, it is buried deep inside there. Alright, so after looking at the manual, it looks like I'm gonna have to remove this entire power supply shroud to gain access to install the power supply, basically. And in order to do that, I'm gonna have to remove these screws on the bottom. Alright, so now we have all this open space to install the power supply more comfortably. I can't say I'm a huge fan of the design choice because it did take some extra effort to get to, but at the same time, I do understand where they're coming from. Obviously, I feel like this is one of the only ways they could have built a case that has so much versatility. But anyways, moving on. Alright, Houston, we have another problem. So yeah, the case comes with this power supply extension cable that's already hooked up to the rear bracket. As you guys can see, the holes don't exactly match the port from behind the power supply. So this power supply is not going to work with this case. That is unfortunate. It's such a shame because I really wanted to use this power supply, but we're going to have to go with plan B. We should be able to install two 140mm fans on the top. Damn. I am not gonna lie, that is looking like a true manly PC. There is only one thing left to do, ladies and gentlemen, and that is to pop in the Red Devil yet again. Oh, it's been a while. We are reunited once again. Oh, yes. Oh, you're a chonker. Let's put you down. There is one thing I don't like about this car's design, and that is if you want to control the lights from the GPU, you have to plug in this 5-volt 3-pin RGB cable. Luckily, I was able to route the cable between the backplate and the PCI bracket and then have the cable come out from the back, but then you still have this nasty cable sticking out from the front, which does not look that great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. Everything is plugged in. First boot. Oh, yeah, baby. That is what I'm talking about. Damn, that is, that's looking good. That is looking really good. I'm gonna go ahead and download the software to get rid of the RGB lighting, and I'll see you very soon. Alright guys, I spent about 2 hours of my worthless life trying to turn the lights off from the graphics card. Literally 2 hours, if not a little bit more, using Mystic Light. This software is absolute dog water. It is as bad as Aura's and Gigabyte combined. Like this MSI, get your shit together. Mystic Light didn't even recognize the memory sticks. So I had to download the crucial RGB software separately just so I can turn those off. Mystic Light doesn't do anything. The only thing it let me turn off is its own motherboard's IO cover lighting over there. Nothing else works. So yeah, for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna keep the lights on for the graphics card because there's no other way for me to turn it off unless you guys can let me know in the comment section what are the things I can try, because I'm about to jump out the window right now, to be honest. But yeah guys, other than that small little mishap, I think the build turned out absolutely stunning. That is definitely one of the cleanest builds I've done in a while. I'll show you guys what the PC looks like without any lights on so you can kind of get an idea of what I was going for. But yeah, the case was really fun to work with. I had no issues fitting the parts inside there. There was plenty of clearance and room for activity, so great job there. Be quiet. Obviously I ran into a little hiccup with the power supply installation, but once I figured that out, everything else was pretty much downhill. I did find out one thing just now, actually. Check this out. There is a built-in wireless Qi charger on the top of your case, so you can charge your iPhone or any other device that supports wireless charging. How cool is that? All right, guys, so let's take a look at the performance of this PC, but before that, let's go ahead and put the side panel back on real quick. So the side panel's on, and now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't bother me as much as I thought it would. I don't know, it looks pretty cool with just the graphics card logo and the Red Devil logo sticking out from the graphics card. That looks pretty cool. Oh, I almost forgot. I did add 2 strips inside, so if I want to add some light in there, I can turn the strips on and light up the inside. Of course, I do have the option of changing the colors as well, so let's say if I want to go with red, for example. I mean, not too shabby. Go with different other colors, but you know what, just for the sake of the video, let's keep this on white. Alright guys, so here we are playing Cyberpunk 2077. I've been in here for about 20 minutes or so. Ultra settings maxed out. We are getting a little over 100 FPS on average with the 6900 XT. Damn, I haven't played this game in like forever, and sometimes I forget how demanding it is, even for a 6900 XT. We are near 100% utilization on the graphics card with peak temps of 71 degrees Celsius. Who the hell is honking at me? And then I don't have temps for the CPU, unfortunately. I don't know why MSI Afterburner is not showing the 5950X temperatures. We'll check that out in hardware info in a bit. But yeah, overall very smooth gameplay, no stuttering, no lagging. Very impressed with the gaming performance. Here is what the PC sounds like on full load, by the way. It is so freaking quiet. Alright guys, let's dive into some Warzone gameplay. I'm actually really curious to see what the frames are going to be in this game, because this is what I usually play every single day. We do have the game maxed out, ultra settings. Let's see what we're getting once we land on the ground. 150 frames? There's no way. That is so much better than the PC I'm using back at home. I'm getting like 120 back at home in high settings. It's not even maxed out. Oh, indoors we're getting 180? That's insane. That is actually insane. I might just have to take this PC home and play with this. Oh my god, this is so smooth. Look at this. Oh my god. I'm gonna die, I know it. Oh my god. I can't believe I got him. That dude was just really bad. Oh man, I just can't get over how smooth everything is. Is this what 155 FPS feels like, honestly? I feel like I've been missing out. Alright guys, so final verdict about the Dark Base Pro 900. I think it's a fantastic case, really large, lots of room for expandability, and you can obviously invert the entire case if you want. But unfortunately, it's not for me specifically because first of all, it's a little too big and there's a lot of unused space. Like, you know, I don't use any hard drives, so this entire section here is pretty much empty, not to mention the optical drive cage, which only dinosaurs use at this point. But if I were to do a water-cooled build in here, I would most definitely use up this entire section, like throw in a reservoir or something. But, you know, for a regular air-cooled build like this, I feel like it's a little overkill. But then again, that's the title of this video. We are doing an overkill build, so I feel like the case does match the system. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the PC in the comment section. I'll drop a link to all the parts I used below if you guys want to check it out. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.